Money in the Bank is right around the corner. We are just a few short days from potentially finding out 2 future world champions. And I personally am very excited. Money in the Bank is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year. It's one of my favorite concepts. The only thing I've been saying for years, and I will stand on this, is I think Money in the Bank should be exclusively for people that have never been world champion before. Now, this year they've done fairly good with that. We only actually, out of the 12 participants across the 2 Money in the Bank matches, have 3 former world champions, which means we do have 75% of the people in the fields as non-former world champions in the world of WWE. That is exciting to me personally. Now, if you count the NXT championship, that number does go down, but it would still be 50% above non-former NXT champions, I believe. But that's okay, because they clearly don't count the NXT championship as a world championship. So, I'm very excited for this. I'm hopeful that none of the former world champions win, but we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what we think is going to happen at this pay-per-view, or I'm sorry, premium live event. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and start right off the bat with one of our 2 championship matches. We will start with the Intercontinental Championship, where current champion Sami Zayn defends against Raw's newest superstar coming from the draft, Bron Breakker. This match could go very either way. Like, this is one of the matches that could go either way. Honestly, this is one of the harder pay-per-views to predict this year, because all the matches I see a lot of potential happening. I'm going to say Sami Zayn retains. Bron Breakker might get a little overconfident, might get a little cocky, and Bron Breakker overzealously tries to pull something off, and Sami sneaks a win here. Could lead to Breakker going crazy down the road, and then eventually securing that championship. I also think that we could be leading down the road of Liv Morgan somehow getting Dominic Mysterio a shot at the Intercontinental Championship, and maybe even helping him win it. And I just don't see them doing that over Bron Breakker, but maybe over Sami Zayn. One of the ultimate good guys getting screwed over by Judgment Day once again, blah, 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 blah. We know he has some history with Judgment Day. So I'm going to take Sami Zayn here. I don't feel overly confident with it, but I feel good enough about it to take that choice. Moving on from that, we have a 6-man tag team match where RKO, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, team with the current undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, to take on the Bloodline. Now, specifically, this is going to be a 6-man, 3-on-3 tag team match. The Bloodline currently consists of 4 members: Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. That being said, I think that it should be Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa should be taking a leadership role, watching the Bloodline do their job, making sure that all 3 of the people he has brought into the Bloodline are doing their job. It makes the most sense to me to have that be the case. So, we are going to go into this under the assumption that it is Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. With those 3 being involved, I think the Bloodline should win. And I think that Jacob Fatu should get the pin. I almost think he should get it on Cody, just to really set him up as a monster. But I'm going to say on Randy Orton. And that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be on Fatu on Orton. Bloodline has to win here. If they lose this, they look like fools. They look like absolute fools going into this and losing. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the debut of another Bloodline member, probably Hikalu. I can't say his name, but it's the other Tongan brother, the brother of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. So keep an eye out for that potential moment. But I'm going to take the Bloodline to get the win here by hook or crook. They have to. After that, we have in the men's Money in the Bank our only former world champion on the men's side, Drew McIntyre, as well as 5 non-former world champions: Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, L.A. Knight, yeah, and Jey Uso. All right, let's just talk about this piece by piece. Andrade. I really like Andrade. I think he's very talented, but I don't see them putting him in the world title picture right now. Next year, very possible, but right now, current speed champion, kind of has nothing really going on. Don't see him being the guy to beat Cody or whoever beats Cody. So maybe next year, but not this year. Same thing kind of goes with Carmelo. Like, I think Melo's great. I think he's got a lot of potential. He could be a great choice for next year, but I just don't see it this year. Chad Gable, great story. He'd probably be my 3rd most likely pick. But I just don't see it right now with everything they have going on with the Wyatt Six. I think that he's going to need to make a new Alpha Academy or American Alpha set up, probably with the Creed brothers. So I don't think it's in his future. LA Knight, I think, gets costed by Logan Paul. So that leaves Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. I do think they are both the most likely choices. I think Drew McIntyre should get screwed over by CM Punk again, leading to a SummerSlam match between the two of them. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre does not need to involve the World Heavyweight Championship. It should not involve the World Heavyweight Championship. They should be keeping them as far away from that championship as they can, which means Jey Uso is my pick. I think that Jey is a great choice. I think he has proven himself to be the face on Monday Night Raw right now. He is the most over person, maybe in the entire world of professional wrestling. Give him the Money in the Bank. Give him a singles championship. Even if it's only for a month, give it to him. Hell, Jey could be the reason that you find a way out of the finicky situation of Gunther being world champion after SummerSlam. You could always take that strap off of him really easily with Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to take Jey Uso here. Again, don't feel great about it, but we'll see. Now, for the women's Money in the Bank, we do have 2 former world champions in Io Sky, who won Money in the Bank last year, and Naomi, a former world champion as well. We also have 4 non-former world champions: Zoe Stark, Lyra Valkyria, Chelsea Green, and Tiffany Stratton. Here's the thing. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton are my top 2 choices here. I think that they both make so much sense. I think they both would be amazing with it. I think they might be leaning towards Tiffany Stratton to have a very interesting dynamic of Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax being a world in a world WWE Women's Championship match at SummerSlam. But I'm going to take Chelsea Green here. I'm picking with my heart, not with my head. My head says take Tiffany Stratton, but my heart says Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green would be perfect with Money in the Bank. She would be the perfect obnoxious heel. It would be amazing. So I'm going to take Chelsea Green and hope for the best. And then finally, we have a World Heavyweight Championship match with a gentleman's agreement to go with it. Damian Priest will defend his World Championship against Seth frickin' Rollins. If Priest retains, Seth cannot challenge for the title as long as Priest remains champion. But if Rollins wins, Priest must leave the Judgment Day. That is a crazy added stipulation, and honestly makes it much harder to choose. Because if it was just for the title, I probably would have taken Seth. But I don't know if they're going to pull Priest out of the Judgment Day right now when Priest is the only one keeping the Judgment Day at its core values. But they could. They definitely could. I'm going to also pick with my heart here. I don't want Seth to win the title back. He was greatest champion. I don't think it does Priest any justice having him lose the title to Rollins. You can have Priest lose it to Gunther next month at SummerSlam and it be totally justified. Don't do this to him. Don't take it off of him to put it on Rollins just so you can have Rollins versus Gunther. Hell, you could have Money in the Bank cash in on him first. It'd be fine. I'm going to take Priest. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going to go with that. So just to recap, I'm taking Sami Zayn to retain. I'm taking Damian Priest to retain. I'm taking the Bloodline to defeat Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. And I am taking Chelsea Green and Jey Uso to become your new Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think I got wrong and what I got right. Let me know who you're picking, who you think should be Mr. Money in the Bank and Miss Money in the Bank, who you think will be Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy this pay-per-view. Make sure you check out our other video for this weekend. Go check out our NXT Heatwave predictions. Those are for Sunday as well. Money in the Bank pay-per-view, or premium live event, is on Saturday, July 6th, starting at 6:30 p.m. So enjoy the show. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, I am Pip. You are the greatest. And when in doubt, we will see you next time. See ya!